All right, we're going to take your calls in this segment and the next. Then our guests are going to leave us, and I got a bunch of other news I haven't gotten to yet that we're going to be covering. Prince Charles, who wants forced world population reduction and open borders, says his mission is to save the Earth. And then he has I'm quoting him, a cosmic message of the universe for you. I mean, these globalists are crazy. And so is this Stark congressman, nuts, stark raving mad, as the pun intends. My friends, today's the last day to get 4 copies of The Obama Deception for 1995. They've tried to censor this video online. They failed. This is the high-quality DVD with extras, and your purchase supports the show. Get The Obama Deception this Monday, the 2nd day of August 2010, the last day to get 4 copies for $19.95 or 10 copies for $39.95. That's less than $4 a piece. And your purchase makes this radio show possible. Get it. Give it to everyone you know. Do your Christmas shopping early, whatever you need to do. A lot of other specials as well on the online video bookstore at Infowars.com. Ball caps, T-shirts, all of it. That's how you finance us. Plus, it all gets the word out. Infowars.com. I want to take a few final calls for our guests, but I want to encourage you, wherever you are, but especially in San Francisco, where American school children, including Hispanics, can't wear American flags in school. I mean, that's the mind control. That's the tyranny. And they're bringing in a third world population to be their enforcers. You need to get involved and help these people. You need to get on the street and get past the comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of that bubble, or we're going to lose the country. Let's talk to Barney in Texas. You're on the air with our guest. Go ahead, Barney.
Thanks for taking my call, Alex. I'd like to talk about, I call it illegal exploitation. My brother is the president of the Minutemen, the California chapter, Tim Donnelly in California. So I've been following this since 2005. My wife is from Mexico, and I work in Hispanic media here in Dallas-Fort Worth. So I have a lot to say. I think that they've effectively distracted us by using the race card on both sides. To distract us from the fact that the federal government, the Mexican government, and corporate America are the true culprits in this scenario.
Oh, I totally agree. They're playing everybody off against each other.
They're trying to keep everyone divided and focused on the small issues rather than anyone really that complains about illegal immigration and doesn't stand up to their government for allowing it. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that we're supposed to be on a war on terror. We spend hundreds of billions on defense and the drug war, and we openly allow them to come here. So my point is, I agree that we should have an amnesty here and we should close the border. I think that we have a moral obligation to make a decision as a government. But
should we give amnesty to people wearing La Reconquista Plan of Aslan shirts, taking over baseball games, waving Mexican flags?
Well, I think that out of 15 to 20 million illegal immigrants here, I think I've known them for years, many people, and those are kind of, I would say, I don't know how it is in California, but in Texas, that's the minority, and those are distractions.
Oh, I agree. It's not really, it's not that it's bad, but nothing like California. I mean, Texas is nothing like California. But there's a lot of Reconquista stuff going on. And, my whole issue is the country is collapsing. But I agree there are bigger issues like the CIA being caught shipping drugs in. But let me get a comment from our guest on what you just said.
Well, we've got gang members here. I mean, I can't imagine giving them amnesty. We've got rapists, drunk drivers. I just can't see adding these people to the pool.
Well, that's it. Bush's last amnesty said that felons would sign a card promising to be good in the future, people who'd committed aggravated felonies. Did you guys see that?
No, I did not.
No, that was in the amnesty bill. Senator Sessions exposed it. Barney, I want to have immigrants in this country, and we do need new blood in this country. But God bless you. I agree that we do not need to be divided against each other, and we need to realize what's happening. I appreciate your call. We're going to come back in 70 seconds with Curtis, Mike, Bruce, Anthony, and others with our guest. And, of course, you can check out their website as well. We'll give that to you when we come back. Steve Kemp, Sandi, Jacobs are our guest. I could keep them for the rest of the show, but we got a lot of other news coming up, and they're busy. I'll continue with your calls on this subject. GoldenGateMinutemen.org. Get involved today. But let's continue with your phone calls. Well, you know what? You guys wanted to comment during the break on the last caller. You were pointing out, okay, give 20 million illegals, legalize them. A lot of them are criminals with other crimes. And what about everybody trying to get in legally? That penalizes those that came in legally.
Well, it's a real slap in the face to the people who are trying to do things the right way. Just to say, well, it's because somebody broke the law and came in here and have been living here and they're, contributing to society, whatever, they're nice people. That doesn't address the issue of all the people who are trying to get in here legally and do it the right way. They're not sealing the borders. We can't even start talking about anything until they seal the borders. That's what they need to do. But no, blanket amnesty, no way. That should not happen in this country.
Well, that's what's happening. We're being told, give us amnesty, then we'll talk about the border. Baloney. They're not going to. It's another double take.
Well, that's like paying a contractor to do the work before he does it, right? You don't do that.
Yeah, that's always a big problem. Let's talk to Curtis in Montana. Curtis, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
I got one for you. I live here in Montana, and CNN did a story about a year ago about their Homeland Security was putting $31 million into 2 border crossings up here. One of the border crossings had an average of 22 cars a day go across it. Well, now on our local talk radio about a week ago, Canada's talking about shutting their side of the border down on one of them. I just don't get it. We spend $31 million on a border that I've lived here for 35 years. I've never heard of a Canadian coming down and murdering anyone or kidnapping, or every once in a while you'll have a real...
No. They let the immigrants come into the United States, but they don't want you to get out. So they want people to come in, but they don't want you to get out.
And we're wasting all this money on our northern border where there's not a problem. We got all this on the southern border. We're protecting Iraq's border, Afghanistan border, $1 billion. And we can't protect our southern borders. I mean, this is what you said earlier. They're idiots.
Well, it's treason. It's treason is what it is. They want to break this country down. That's in the SPP, North American Union documents that Lou Dobbs and myself and Judicial Watch covered. I appreciate your call. Sandi Jacobs, have you ever read the SPP documents, how this is really meant to merge our countries?
Oh, yes. It's something we don't want. I mean, that will just wipe out our sovereignty altogether. And it'll let in just about anybody. Your truck driver, come on in. Take a job from another American. I just can't see even going along with that.
And look at our wages going down. I mean, our country's falling apart.
Yeah, and he was saying how we spent that money up there on the Canada border. Well, the government wants us to perceive that they're spending millions on border security, but they're not detailing and giving the people, hey, we're going to waste this money over here just so we can say we spent $31 million.
Well, I want to see patriots, including Hispanic American patriots. I know we have a lot of them out in San Francisco in that area, to join you guys. I know there are a lot of great Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, part of your Tea Party movement out there. And I just want to salute you and commend you for having the courage to go out and shoot these videos and to ask such good questions and to show this arrogant creature for what he is. And I want to thank you for sharing your video with us and authorizing us to play the video here. I really want to thank both of you.
I'd like to just say, I don't know what it's going to take for the American people to start marching in the streets. The illegals do it. Every year in May, they do it. They're doing it now. I mean, how mad is it going to take for us to start demanding that our government listen to we the people?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sandi Jacobs, Steve Kemp. Let me say bye to you during the break.
Thanks, Alex.
Again, thank you. Just amazing job. Other people need to do what they're doing. It's that simple. It's that simple. We'll be right back with more of your calls and a lot of news straight ahead. Stay with us.